And shoot, one second. Actually, we're not live on Rumble just yet. But today we're going to be talking about everything content creation, what it means to you, and why you should absolutely get your ass involved in it. So, give me 1 second so I can make sure my live is working. And we're going to be rocking. Let's get it. If you're new here and you're just tuning in, thank you for coming in. I'm going to say, come on over to the YouTube or my Rumble space. There, links are in the description. We're going to teach you everything you need to know about how to get this content and really keep it fucking, all right? So, what am I going to be showing you? It's your live everywhere. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you. We on. We over here live right there. We live right there. We live right there. We're doing this for real. So I'm teaching y'all how y'all can get your content creation thing started today. And to be honest with you, the reason I'm saying all this is the content creation space, for anybody who does not know, is a $250 billion place, right? That you can make money, grow your content, grow your business, and make a hell of a lot of money. But you need to know how to work it, because guess what? Less than 40% of that $250 billion is actually going to creators, okay? Most people only make less than $100 average revenue off this content creator game. So I'm going to break everything down so that you can start doing things that are probably outside of your mind. I have been able to travel across the world. I have been able to go to places that I thought was only in my dreams just with the power of having a camera. Okay? And I want to show you guys how you can do exactly the same thing. No fuss, no muss, and just easily getting it done. So what am I going to teach you here, right? Well, first off, I'm going to teach you camera settings, right? That by itself will take you above anybody else. Most people think because they have a phone, a camera, anything like that, that they are doing it. But guess what? Most people don't even know how to change the aperture, don't know about lighting, don't know about angles. The thing is, they just go out there, they'll take hundreds of thousands of pictures, hundreds of thousands of videos until they get one thing right. What I'm going to teach you is how to cut down all of that and then get it right on the first time. So all you have to do is just hit record, go back, and then start doing editing, right? Also, I'm going to teach you guys ideal composition. So that's like the background. The best way to see this is like on here. I can't mess around with the settings on live too much because, you know, they have a different ball game, but I do have access to apps that will let you take your camera to the maximum resolution, so you're not just utilizing the auto settings, because auto settings are absolutely trash, okay? Everybody knows that the auto settings are trash, because if you ever see me take a hold of somebody's phone, take a picture and give it back to them, like, oh my God, how did you do that? Guess what? I know how to do ideal composition. You know, I know lighting, I know those things, right? You're also going to learn here, you're going to learn camera movement. So you need to know how to move your camera so that way you can get the maximum resolution. So just so you know too, something to highlight. If you have, anybody has a gimbal like this, no, this little one right here. If you got a gimbal like this, you kind of know what I mean. Now, the best thing about getting a non-off-brand gimbal, don't get no TikTok shop. I'm going to give you guys the best of the best, not any TikTok shop, any off-brand situations, only so that way you know how to utilize things to the maximum ability. So even if you get a TikTok shop gimbal or camera, you will be able to take that thing and make it work like it's a damn Sony EZV-10 with interchangeable lenses. All right. Also, I'm going to teach you cinematic lighting, so you know how to light yourself, and just know that you need the back to be lit as well. Simply why you see all of these streamers have multiple streams of light coming in. So let me just clarify the 5 key things you're going to need to succeed in this game. Okay. Number 1, you need to have a clear goal. And I'm sorry I'm looking all around, you guys, because I'm on actually 5 different streams. But I appreciate everybody joining in on TikTok. Show me some love. Hop on over to YouTube or Rumble. You can get all of this and you can see it in the best composition and the light. So right now, I even got it on this board over here, but these 5 things are going to make you absolutely a multi-millionaire, okay? I got books and books on how to make yourself money, but not just that. Think about this, right? You've been doing this content thing for a little while. Why aren't you going on any trips with your content? Did you know that you can ask a hotel, even a flight, to give you a flight for free because you have a camera and because that your content will outreach to multiple people? Because guess what? That's advertisement. All those people out here trying to look for brand deals, I have a full package that I'm going to drop later this week to tell you exactly how to do this. But like I said, I've been able to go to hotels in Thailand, Japan, even just most recently, Miami. So that you know this is not just outside of the country. I've been able to fly for free. Now, this is something I've been doing right before the content even took off, but you can fly for free pretty much anywhere in the world. And if there's anything else you think you want to do with your content, just let me know. So the number 2 thing, I already said number 1 was clarity. You have to have a goal, right? What is your passion? What are you passionate about that is going to make you want to do this? What do you want to see with your goals in content creation, right? My passion is to help people to grow, right? The main thing that I do every time I turn on the camera is I make sure that whatever I'm doing is going to help you to get to the best version of yourself. If it's not going to help you get to a better version of yourself, I'm not doing it. I'm not worried about it, right? What else do? I want to, have communications with people who are doing things in a positive light. So if you ever see any of my podcasts over on Juice the Squeeze, right? Because I have multiple channels, and this is how I'm going to tell you, you can take this thing off very crazy, right? But if you ever see my podcast on Juice the Squeeze, I really talk to positive businesses trying to grow themselves and may not have the outreach that is necessary, right? So with the power of my content creation, I'm helping businesses to grow. And think about how you can start making money on the back end just with that, right? And I'm not trying to say that you need to milk people for money, but you can do this and make things work. So for example, if you have just a simple camera and you don't need anything outrageous, because as you can see, we're on several different phones. This is a phone. We have a phone right here, and we got another phone right there. You can do your absolute best with just your phone. And I want you guys to not break the bank, because the name of the game is not to just get gear. It is to get to the best version of your content creation so that way, every time you pick up any device, you're a master. I don't want nobody to come up in here and be like, well, he's just grifting us. No, okay? So we're just talking about the keys to success. We're going to get into the do's and don'ts. And then if you guys want to know gear recommendation, because that's what we're going to be talking about today, please drop down in those comments. Let me know what you're looking for. TikTok, you guys are like doing a lot, so I keep looking over at you, but I got to look at my other chats. But okay, so number 3, you are always going to fail if you never take action. So the best thing you can do is just go up and hit record. As you can see right now, my hair is looking a mess, right? I got all of this long ass hair, and you see some frizzies in the back, so that's a little bit of new growth. If you never had long locks, you wouldn't know about this. But I'm coming to you just letting you know that it doesn't take perfection to turn on the camera and start talking to people and grow your community, right? As long as you have, like I said before, the passion, you're going to be able to do this thing. You're going to be able to do this thing and start being golden with it, right? And like I said, even looking like this, I've been able to travel across the world just with the power of my camera, okay? So number 4, you want to have focus, right? What is going to keep all of the distractions out? How are you going to maintain your path so that way, hello, everybody joining in. I want to say hello to you guys. I see a lot of you guys joining in, and I'm not able to stop because I want to give you the lesson, but thank you for joining in. I appreciate everybody. If you can drop a like, just so I know that you're here, because that's going to pop up a little bit easier. But okay, so yeah, maintain your focus. Okay, so I got all of this stuff. As you guys do this thing, it's going to be easy to start looking at other content creators and then be like, well, why am I not getting the same numbers as them? The thing you want to do is lock into what you're doing and not be worried about all the things that might distract you. So even with this content creator course, it's going to be 14 days. So we're just going to do just this part is 14 days. I'm going to teach you how to do content creation in 14 days. So make sure you're tapping in with me every single day so that way you're not missing anything. Because if not, you're going to have to buy the program after everything is done. But so if you want to catch it for free, just come in and tap into the live because I'm going to be giving it to you absolutely for free. All right. And then the last thing that you need to know for just the 5 keys to so you succeed, right, is never stop learning. Even after you get this content creator course, which is going to be probably a little overwhelming because I'm going to be throwing a lot of free resources at you so that way, even when you're done listening to me, you can go out and practice anything that you learn right here, okay? And I'm not trying to say that to overwhelm you. I just want you to be able to get the maximum amount of value from me, okay? So let's talk about the do's and the don'ts when you're starting your content creation. Number 1, just remember that everything is going to be practice. So your first time that you hit record, the first time that you go live, it may not be the best, right? I've been going live for months and months, and sometimes you'll see great spikes in your content. Sometimes you'll see major lows. But when you start to see the spikes and things going up, you need to start doing the research, right? Because why is it that it's going up? So the number 1 you want to do, right? You want to make sure you're doing the practice exercises that I'm going to be giving you so that way you know how to analyze your content, how to look at what is helping you and what is harming you, right? And then stop doing things that don't work and then maximize the things that do work. It's very simple when I say it like that, but when you get into it, it's going to take a little bit of stuff, right? So make sure that anybody that really wants to do this stuff, you're going to have to join into the weekly calls. I'm going to have a weekly call every Thursday. So that's going to be coming up that you can talk to me directly and ask me exactly what it is that you're looking for as far as your content. And I'm actually going to even help you past that to maximize getting your content with the power of AI. Because right now, if you're not utilizing AI within the type of content, you are going to be falling behind. And I'm not saying to use AI to create the content, but there are people who may want to do that. So I have, even though we're live on 5 different things, I have 5 pages, right? Today is not the day I'm going to show you all of them, but I just want you to know that they have all well taken off to the point where you're going to be like, well, you don't have any followers. Yeah, I'm doing this again on my personal page just to show you that I Juice have the sauce and can do this shit anywhere, all right? And I'm just trying to show you because I see it all the time, and I'm very much tired of the broke boy energy. I've gone several places, and people are like, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Let's change the mindset. Because on the other side of your fear is your greatest dreams. Everything that you're fearing to do can be achieved when you get over that fear. So let me help you to do that with having knowledge, okay? So, okay, you're going to want to post whatever I'm telling you to practice that very same day, okay? Even if it takes you a little bit of time, go out. If you listen to everything that I'm going to be teaching you guys, you're going to go out and just try and post and see what you get as results. The more you go out there and push yourself, the more results you're going to get and receive in. And then the number 4 thing that's going to be very important is provide as much feedback as possible to the people. Every time you go live, you post a video, if anyone asks you a question, make sure that you give them the best knowledge that you have. You might not be that expert, but you can go find something. The worst thing you can do in any situation, I'm even going to bring it down to even a relationship, is to say, I don't know. If you don't know, guess what you got the power of? You have the internet at your hand. Now you got ChatGPT and other AIs at your hand. Find the answer. Do not sit around looking for someone to give you the answer to questions you should have. So all I'm saying is do not go around telling people you don't know because you have the power to find out like this. Most people might say ask and find out. You know what I'm saying? But okay. And the last do and don't, right? Just be nice. People are going to piss you off in the internet. I'm going to be absolutely real. There are going to be people that get on your absolute nerves and you don't even know them. And you can choose to be a troll with them, or you could choose to just be like, you know what? Guess what? It doesn't matter to me. And I'll tell you this much. Your trolls will actually be your best friends, because the more trolls you have, the more eyes you're going to have on your video. The craziest thing you'll ever think, right? Might not be the type of attention you want, but it gets you attention nonetheless. And the thing with content creation, the more eyes on, the more you'll be able to spread your message to the right people, crazy as it is. So don't focus on all the negative, only focus on the positive that you bring with your content and the people that you will be able to touch with the content that you create. So without further ado, without all the introductions and everything like that, let's talk about gear. What type of camera are people using right now? Are you using a phone? Do you have a camera? What is it that you want to use? Put it in the chat. So let's talk about it. Because I'm going to run down a bunch of stuff, but I want to get what people have so that way we can take it from there. If not, if I don't get anything in about 15 seconds, we will go on to what we got. I'm going to start putting some stuff in your face. Anybody got one of these? No? You got one of these? And I'm just pushing it across the content spaces. Anybody got just an action cam? That's this action. Huh? You got an action camera? If you don't have an action camera, do you have your cell phone? You want that Peter Parker camera? You want this? You saying you want one of these? You want to be able to... And honestly, I could teach you. So listen, make sure if you're going to get... Now, this is right here. This is when we get to the top point, right? Because you can actually make it do like what you're talking about. You get a 3/5 quarter screw. You can screw this in and have it hang over like this. But make sure you have... This is a cage. You got to have a cage for this. So let's break it down into simpler terms. Your action cam, this is good for just the point and shoot. Getting your action, getting action, you can mount this to a car. You can mount this to your damn forehead, your chest. You can take it around. Some people put it on, I had a boy named Senki in Japan. He had it strapped to his book bag and was walking around Tokyo the entire time. So this is going to be good to get all the motion type of graphics and things of that nature without going and breaking the bank. This one is very old, probably like 8 years old. But you can get this bad boy for probably like $150, not even much, $150. Now, the most cheapest device that I'm pretty sure you guys got is one of these, because everybody's got a phone. Now, the thing I want to teach you now, this one you're going to want to take notes on. If you have your phone and you're trying to do content creation, if you're not using the Black Magic app on your phone to push record, then you're fucking up. Because Blackmagic will allow you to control every little bit of your camera where your main camera does not. So when you go to your phone and you go to like a pro camera or pro video, you'll have access to the aperture, the focal lens, but you aren't able to get it to the point where it starts to look like this type of camera. So everybody's like, yeah, I want that other type of camera. But guess what? This looks exactly like what you're seeing on TikTok and exactly what you're seeing on YouTube right now. And it's all because the settings that I know changes the feel and the look. You're also going to need to know how to adjust your mood lighting. Because that also changes how you look and feel to the people around you. If you bring it down. Now, if you're over on YouTube, you can kind of see it's like I got a little bit of ambience from the backlight that I got right here. So my face is looking a little bit more red because I turned it down, right? Now, with this weird phone, TikTok Live, I can't use the Blackmagic to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The camera over here can kind of show you what I mean, but you can see it here. As you see, the settings changed a little bit, and now I look a little different. So now I'm going to bring it back up, and I'm going to let you see what I mean over on OBS. And now this is what it looks like over on YouTube. Now I look like a red man, right? It's craziness. I'm not that Native American. I ain't a redskin like that. Nor am I a Commanders fan. Anybody watching football now? Let me know what's your team in the chat, right? So, past the cameras. Once you get to this big bad boy, these are called a mirrorless camera. Why are they called mirrorless? Well, because you have a mirror on your other camera phones that reflects it, right? These right here, once you have this, it controls how much light can come in, like how your eyeball does. So the bigger the lens, the better the range of motion you're going to get from your camera. And why that matters is because that's how you get those clear clears in dark settings, or how you can get your motion to not have that lag and drag when you're running and gunning, right? They also come with a virtual stabilizer so that way when you're shaking it, it doesn't move, because with the regular mirrored cameras, they shake a lot. So stabilization is a lot better. But now that you got your image, right? What are you going to do with it? If you ain't got nothing to say behind the camera, none of that I just talked about even matters. So the best thing I'm going to say is it doesn't matter what type of camera you come out here with. Make sure that your message is more important, right? Make sure that the people are hearing what you have to say and that it actually gives them some type of value with what you're trying to bring to them. If not, make it entertaining, make it something educational, make it just make it something that's visually pleasing to the eye, right? I got a nephew. I saw him tap in for a second. He makes amazing music videos, right? He takes other people's music and then puts it to either an anime or he puts it to anything like that, right? So just have that idea of what you're trying to do. You can get this or you can get one of these and you'll still be doing it. Now, if you're going to take it to the next level, we can go ahead and get one of these bad boys. Once you get to this level, you're taking things to the whole nother game. So with this is your secondary camera. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the little blink, but I'll turn it on for you guys. So, hold on. So now we got this bad boy recording. It's recording you. So this is an ancillary camera that I would usually use. Let's just say I'm having a podcast or I'm interviewing somebody on the street and I just want to get the video straight like this. It's a little conspicuous for people who want to be inconspicuous, but I let people know beforehand. But this is so that way you can have a backup camera if you're working alone or by yourself. And it's very great for showing the sequence of storytelling as you do it. So POV for other people. And I'm not telling you to use that for any type of content, okay? Hopefully y'all don't get me blocked for that. So I'm turning that off. But you can utilize this for many things too, but there's also apps to increase the quality of the camera for your Ray-Ban Metas or Oakley Meta, whatever camera glasses you want. Now, don't buy this at full price. Do not buy this at full price. Do not buy this at full price. The reason I'm saying that is I got this around Christmas time, and I'm looking at it now. It's like $300, $400. No, we're not doing that. Okay. We want to get these when they're at sale. Wait until around Christmas time. You can get them for about $150, maybe even $120, because this is an older version now. So save the money and get something like this, because this will do you a lot better. Because guess what? This can go underwater. This can play sounds from on top of mountains. Can do hyperlapse. It can do all the things that you're looking for. And look how compact it is, right? So this is another thing I want you to consider. With all this gear that you're going to be acquiring, how are you going to pack it all up? You want the Spidey camera, my boy Malcolm said, you know what I'm saying? You want the Spidey camera. This thing is not, this is like 4 pounds, right? And then don't let me have to change the lens. Hold up. Oh, lens is over there. I'll go get, don't let me change the lens to like one of those bigger ones, a prime lens, taking the weight up, okay? So then now you have to stabilize it on your tripod and things like that. And you don't want to have it drop. That's why I have the cage. If you don't have a cage on one of these cameras, invest. Okay. It also does a lot more. Like it gives you a little grip where you didn't have one before. You have 3/4 screw like holes so that way you can put mics. And let's talk about microphones. So as you can see, You can go like this if you have a home setup. Then this is the hold on. Let's see if I can, how do I turn it around, guys? Does anybody teach me how to turn it around? This is my first time on TikTok. Doing my course. Not the first time ever. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn it around. So this is the Rodecaster Pro. This is what works pretty much everything. You can mess around with the switches, and if you join the content creator course, I actually, you know what? I'll pause for me one. Give me a second. I got a present for you guys. Pardon, pardon the wait. Let's get you right. So if you join my content creator course, we are going to be giving away this. This is just the starter. This is the sound system to get your booming. So as you can see, never been open, right? Plastic and all of that's still on there. I didn't do this to. It's not a scam or nothing like that. This is just I'm going to be providing value to the maximum. I'm also going to be getting you guys one of these type of cameras. I just want you guys to know what you're going to get offered. So we're going to give you gimbals, right? So now listen, this is a phone gimbal, but we can talk about camera gimbals. I'm going to give you one for this bad boy. That's all you got to do. But you got to make sure that you are joining in, and then it is going to be, you're going to have to enter the course itself. But once you enter, I'm pretty sure like it's not going to be too many people. So your odds are going to be very great to win because I'm new at this. But we'll give you a gimbal just like this one. And this will take your phone and do just like that bad boy is doing. And it can do more. It can stretch out. It can do all of these other kind of things. But you have to join the course to get access to these things. So it's going to be that, a camera. We're going to be giving out microphones. So let me. I got to slow down. So let's talk about the sound now. We talked about the mic. If you're going to be at home setup, that Rodecaster Pro is going to be perfect for you. But you can get some of these mobile mics, right? Now the mobile mics are going to be much better for you to do things. And again, I don't do anything off brand. So everything you're going to see is literally the top flight brand. So if you get access to the course and you get all of this stuff, just know that you're going to have warranties out the ass. There's going to be troubleshooters. That there's nothing you're going to be able to miss, right? You pull this bad boy out, you see you get 3 of them. So one, and this is brand new too. This is the receiver, right? So this is going to pick up all of your sound, and you can usually connect that up to your phone, or like how I usually do it. If I'm out and about, you slide this on here. This is why I tell you to get the body, right? You can slide it on there. Now you got this the receiver on there. You connect that over to where the microphone goes in. You can either take the mic, clip yourself up a little bit like that, have it on, and it's going to be populating to whatever thing you have it connected to, or you can clip it on to somebody else. And the fact of having 2, you can do that, right? Oh, I'm looking for my mic stand. So you can even slide this bad boy. As you can see, you've seen people out on the street. They got this little clip. These all come with that once all in one, right? You could take this and then it comes with a puffer. It's over. I got a whole trunk with stuff that I'm going to be able to offer you guys, but I want you guys to tap in. You got to hit hit follow for me, and then make sure that you're watching every day if you want it for free, or you're going to have to join in and buy the course so that way you can win some of this stuff. And like I said, my hair is looking a mess. It's all over the place, but I am giving you this stuff, and that's because I know what I'm talking about, and I don't want you guys to think that you can't do this, even if you're a mess, right? So, with the little mics, right? They're gonna work just as well as this bad boy, but you need to know things like the dB or the gain of said mic, right? So typically with one of those smaller mics, you want to have a negative 12 dB or negative 12 gain, so that way it's not any spikes in the sound. And the way I can show you a spike is if your volume goes too high up there, then you're spiking. If it goes to the zero right here, you're clipping. And we don't want that. So the way to avoid that is to keep your mic at a negative dB of 12 on the mobile mics. Okay. What other things do I need to talk to you about? Okay. Back to the gimbal. The gimbal is a stabilizer similar to a tripod. And I'll pull this bad boy back out because we overskipped the mic. So these are the type of things. So I hope that you got one. You need the camera. That's your number one. Whatever you're going to be using, phone. You got action cam, DSLR. Now, if you want to go above that, there's movie recording cameras, and those are thousands of dollars. But I want to talk to you guys at a point where you can make it very easy to entry, because there's no point in breaking the bank if you don't even know the settings of your camera. Okay? You have your microphones, because whatever you're going to be doing, whatever story you're going to be sharing, you need to be able to let the people hear what you have to say. That is going to be absolutely most paramount. Now here we have a gimbal. Now this is a gimbal for a phone. I'm going to show you a gimbal for a camera as well, but I want you to see how overwhelming it can become, because now you have all of this gear. How are you carrying it around, right? So this is one of the better gimbals, right? Because I don't know if you know about InstaFlow Max. This InstaFlow 360 got a good name too. This InstaFlow get you on the flow instantly. So yeah, it'll you see it's moving a little bit. I can get it to, oh, it needs to be connected. Okay, so we can't show you that one too much, but I got another one. So, you can move it around. You can adjust. It does all of this. They also come with camera tracking. So depending on how you're utilizing it, you can utilize it to do action, similar like the gym or going to play basketball, all those kind of things, right? But you're going to need a gimbal, and you're going to need to know how to use it, what it can do, how you can make it you see how it moves around with you. You can make it go around like this. And they also, if you get this one, which I'm going to include in the package, if you add to the class, right? It's an extension, right? It can do, I can't show it to you right now, but it can go 360 where it'll go completely around. So if you run around in circles, or you're doing skateboarding, things like that, it'll do that for you. But you got to know how to fold the bad boy up so that way you don't mess it up. Now this is a simple gimbal, right? All you got to do is put your camera on there. Easy, real simple. But I know y'all came to hear about every single thing. So here we got the Big Daddy, okay? Now with the Big Daddy gimbal, with the Monster Colossal gimbal, this bad boy will do stuff like now it does it by itself for you, but we're not going to do it like that. So if you have a camera on there and it's actually labeled and stable. Now the thing about this one is you have to get your camera on there, and you have to know camera balance, right? So you're going to have to adjust things, and sorry y'all, I don't have you on a stand, but you're going to have to be able to adjust the settings, as you can see like here, right? There's a sliding scale, and this is going to adjust the body weight for where the height will be, so that way it can swing up and down. You got a scale here for the pan so that it can go like this way, and this way. Then you have the tilt. Okay? And I hope that you're taking note, because all of this stuff is going to be, I'm going to dive into it a lot more when I put that big boy onto this, but that's going to be another day. But I want you to see how ridiculous all of this camera and equipment can actually get if you don't take the time and pay attention, okay? So this is just for me to go out and do my higher end stuff. I just shot a cookout with it, actually. But you can shoot movies, you can shoot You can shoot yourself a day in the park, any of those kind of things with those type of cameras. So what we want to know now is, what do we need to do today? Because I'm about to wrap it up. I don't know if you guys have any comments for me or anything you guys want to know specifically about this content creator thing, but if you want to know about, so let me tell you too, if you want to know about trying to make brand deals, or you want to try to know how to get, get yourself to the point where you can get free trips, free accommodations at hotels, even domestically, I want you to tap in with me, hit my DMs, or just hit the comments after this video is up, and I will try to get that to you. But it's only going to be free for the next 24 hours. Okay. I definitely have it, and I'm giving it away for free only because I want people to see the value that I'm going to be bringing you guys. And once you have access to it, you'll be able to do whatever you want with it, right? You could repurpose it and sell it yourself, because this is knowledge that people don't know, right? So I even have access to over 150 places that you can start getting brand deals. So like if you wanted to start doing SanDisk, right? Look at all of this. SanDisk loves me, okay? They give me memory cards because they know that I run through these motherfuckers. So I got I just got this one yesterday. I got the boxes somewhere over there. But listen, I can pull them out for days. Sorry. And this is just one little sponsorship that got me all of this, right? The confidence to record in front of thousands of people. Thing about it is, it wasn't thousands of people at first, right? The thing is, you think about it, right? Now let me break it down for you guys. All of you guys are talking about thousands and thousands of people. Granted, I just got the thousands and thousands of people. Well, I mean, with my personal face, right? Because my faceless pages, hundreds of thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands of you guys are looking at stuff that I never even show my face on. So of course I can, if I can put out content where nobody even sees me, why can't I talk about the real life repercussions of what that has done for me? Right? The same thing I've learned over time, like just even being at this conference I was in Miami, where I wasn't even a keynote speaker, but because I went out, I had gimbal after gimbal, and I recorded other people doing their thing to their maximum. It made me be able to tell other people what you're like, once you have an expertise, and I'm going to bring it back because I did start taking a tangent. Once you have an expertise, if you know what you're talking about, it's easy to have a conversation with people. Think about it like this. If you talk to people about something you don't know, you're not going to know what to say. You're going to be sitting there fumbling and bumbling, doing stupid ass ish. But what you need to do is know what you're talking about. Hey, Taylor. Hey, we got something in common. We're going to talk about it later. But if you know what you are talking about, it's absolutely easy, right? The hardest thing about it is to get over your own mental state. And the biggest thing I know now is at the other side of your fear is exactly what you want to happen. So the more that you put it off, the more you're not going to get to that goal that you're looking for. So again, look, my hair is a mess. You're asking me, how can I have the confidence to come and talk to thousands of people? Because I know what I'm talking about. I know that even if y'all say that, damn, this dude look crazy, but he know what the hell he's telling me. If nothing else, he's telling me facts, straight facts, right? And if I'm wrong, you can tell me. Or you can just be like, block this dude. But I highly doubt that anything I've told you so far is wrong, because this is what I've done for over 15 years. Right? I've gone out, I picked up a camera, and I just said, hey, do you mind if I, take a picture of you? Hey, do you mind if I take this little video? I have this in mind, right? I've connected with so many people, right? I can even show you, and I'll do that another day. I'll show you all the connections I've made just through the content. Like a young lady I've never met from Hawaii came out and asked me to take photos for her, just so that way she could have something nice for her birthday. Didn't know her, but stopped. We took pictures. it was pretty nice because we did a little water field and it just worked well, right? Had her on a, we went to this lake, happened to have this rock in like almost in the middle of the water. Absolutely amazing. Matter of fact, let's see if I can pull it up. Oh God, everything. Oh, y'all got all my devices, so I'm like, what do I look at? Do I have it on here? Hopefully, I got it on mine. But it was really cool, you know. Oh, I do. I do have it on my computer. See, so I have access to all of my own, stuff. Where's the one where she's laying down? Boom. So let's let y'all see. So I took this photo. This is probably like a few years back, but this is just me being being out there with the camera, talking to folks, and just saying, "Hey, would you like to try this out? Like, would you like to see? I have these cameras. You want to see what it's like?" And I'm moving this over so you can see it on there too. Like, it's just that simple. You just simply ask, and you can do amazing things. And I wasn't like, this is something she requested. It's like make me feel amazing for the birthday. Easy, easy, right? So once you start getting familiar with what you're doing, this game gets a lot easier. So this is why I brought this course to you, because once you know camera settings and angles, you can do just what I did, zero effort, right? And it's all about, like, think about it like this. How many times do you go out and you wish that somebody else would have the ability to capture you without you having to put in too much work? That's how you have to approach the situation. Like, let me help you with this, right? Instead of being like, okay, well, you don't know me. It's going to be apprehensive. People don't know people all the time. But how do you get introduced to new people? You go out, you approach, and every time you go out, it's not going to be a win, right? But the wins that you do get are going to outweigh the ones that you don't. Because guess what? That moment that somebody says no to you, that shit is over. But the time that it takes to do something with somebody that says yes is going to take a lot more time. So you're going to have to put a lot more energy, and you're not going to be worried about the no's. So my thing is to get to a point where you know what you're doing, be comfortable with what you're doing, and just be able to share that with others. It's going to take you a long way, right? I do have some other stuff, but I'm gonna show you more of this another time. But because this is going to go into the point where I'm going to even probably share a couple of photos for you guys can try to edit, and I'll give you the raws and allow you to do color grading and all these other kind of things. So from here, we're going to be talking about, for anybody who's brand new and didn't see it before, we're going to go from talking about camera settings the next episode, ideal compositions, camera movement, lighting. We're going to talk about the aperture, camera lenses. We're going to get into pretty much everything. We're going to talk about how to do storytelling. Yo, Two Moons. So this is another guy right here. Listen, my boy Two Moons, this is lovely timing. He is another brother that I wish that he's been killing the game with the content thing. And I want him to really get into what he's been, like, this is his craft, right? We have worked together on photo projects, and I'm very glad that you popped in. Thank you 100%, my good guy, Two Moons. But we're going to be talking about how to create your reels, how to make things viral, but that's towards the end, because I also want to talk about editing. We're also going to be talking about what tools you can use for free, because everything I'm going to be giving you is going to be as best I can for free. I'm going to talk about how you can pay. So I didn't talk about the price for this. So body alone for this big bad boy right here, because my boy Malk asked about it earlier. Just the body can go up to like $600. Just the body. That's not a lens. That's why I got my hand over the lens. Without that, right, this lens is rather standard because it's a telephoto lens. Telephoto lenses run a little cheaper, and a telephoto lens can be from $150 to another $400, depending on the brand. This is a Sigma brand. Sigma is a third brand company. The reason I recommend you going with anything Sony, Sony is going to do this. It's going to work well in low light. So that means if you don't have enough light yourself, like you don't come with any lighting, it's going to be able to enhance the picture enough for you to get enough not everything, because I'm going to teach you how to do everything and make sure that you're getting the best out of it. But it also has these Sony E-Links. So once you get a lens for, let's say, this one, or you want to have this bad boy up there, or there's even other ones, you'll be able to use the same lenses. So I can take this off of here, put it on there, but this is live right now, so I'm not going to take it off. You can switch them around. Also, another good thing is that they usually have the same chargers so that you can charge everything exactly the same. The microphone slots are usually around the same place, so you're not fishing around. Only bad part that I don't like about this bad boy is the memory card slot is at the bottom. Now, if you know anything about cameras, and let's just assume you don't, your memory card slot needs to be away from the battery, because if there's overheating, you don't want the memory card to overheat and that to get messed up as well. Okay, so all in all, this is about $800 to another $1,200. Whereas if you already have your cell phone, you can do just about everything this does. Just about. And then when it comes to like lenses, right? If you need to switch a lens, they even have camera attachments that you can put like right there to enhance your camera lenses. So we'll be talking about all of those kind of equipment and stuff. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I got class in a couple hours and I need to start doing some studying. But if you guys have any other comments, again, please hit me up and like direct message me. If you want access to like the 24 hour, this next 24 hours where I'm giving away how to get yourself a brand deal, how you can do faceless, how you can do faceless content. I'm giving it away just for the next 24 hours. So make sure you hit me up in the DMs or hit the comments directly saying that you want the stuff. I'm not one of these people that just do, hey, put that singular word. This is real, genuine. I'm doing this all myself. There's no automation behind it this time. Eventually, we're going to scale this particular thing to have automation, and I'll show you how you can do that too. And before we go off, if you're not using AI, right, and that's to utilize to help you with your ideas. If you're not using AI to help you to organize your thoughts and or things that you don't know or you didn't know before, then you're definitely going to miss out on this game. I'm going to teach you all the things that you need to know as far as like prompting, because I am certified prompt engineer. So that's something that you're going to get a plus from me. When I give you all these prompts that you can put into your chat GPT, it's going to take your content to the next level. So all those things that you see on the internet where they're like putting the little figures and stuff like that, that's just a prompt that they're putting into somebody else's AI and it's fishing you out a picture. I'm going to teach you how you can do that without all of that. But if you are an iPhone user right now watching this, I got a gem for you. Delete Chat GPT off your goddamn cell phone, and you need to get the Claude AI. I'm going to go to it on the computer so you can see it. But Claude, and that is CLAUDE, for anybody that can't spell too well. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying get Claude for your computer. Give me a second. You got to go to new chats. And so this right here is Claude AI. As you can see, it's saying, hey, Juice, it's personalized to me. The reason why I'm telling you this, so let's look at, what is it, connectors? It's connectors. Manage connectors. So it can connect to all of these things without you paying a singular dime, where if you do it on ChatGPT, you have to pay. Right? On top of that, this is integrated into the iPhone system. I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's integrated into the iPhone system, and you get connections to all of these tools. Now, I'm gonna go into, when we go into our AI creator, I'll tell you about what all these tools do and how you can utilize it to either increase the flow of how you create your content, how to make the thumbnails, how to create the graphics, how to do all of these things at a click of a button, right? Because once you have that workflow and once you have that idea of what you're trying to do, it's going to be easy. So without further ado, I'm going to say my goodbyes. But as always, my good people, live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, and always squeeze the best juice out of life. That's it, y'all.